Well, most companies with international ambition are expanding in India and China. But today, one Indian firm is opening a new European headquarters here in London. Havells is a successful manufacturer of electrical equipment like switches, cabling and lighting. It has 11 plants in India and 8 across the rest of the world. And Anil Gupta is the managing director of Havells. He's also the son of the company's founder. Good to see you this morning. I have to ask, why London?
Well, London is a financial capital of the world, I believe, and our global aspirations took us out of India about 3 years ago with the acquisition of Sylvania lighting company. And after the successful turnaround of Sylvania, which was a loss-making company when we took over, it's now profitable. We thought that we needed to be in London to further look at acquisition possibilities, raising capital, as well as apart from all this. For our business also, it presents a very good opportunity because the world-based architects are here who actually do projects all over the world, and we get specifications from them.
But this is the European headquarters, and some would say that Europe is the most stagnant place on the planet at the moment.
Well, after being successful in India, with the leading position there in the electrical industry, our global aspirations, our entrepreneurial spirit took us out of India, to the world markets. And Europe is a stagnant market, but a very strong and very strong foundation is there. And we wanted to be in this market to be, a base for the global markets. So with the acquisition of Sylvania, we got a very strong brand and foundation for distribution here. Do
you see then yourself in a strong position to perhaps make more acquisitions in order to fill those global ambitions?
Absolutely. With our presence here in Europe and Latin America with this acquisition, we have possibilities to expand in other markets like the US, like Africa, Middle East and China. But this base here in Europe is a great opportunity.
You talked about London being the financial capital of the world. There's obviously some other cities that would disagree with you, but there's also been a lot of talk because of the financial crisis that London has lost that crown, but you don't believe that?
Well, yes, in the last few years it did so, but in the last few years, in the last couple of years or so, we've seen the government now actually trying to raise the trade between India and Britain. With the reduction of taxes here in the corporation tax here in the recent past, that's also a big motivation for many foreign companies to come back to UK. I think there's a general environment which is promoting business now in the UK, which I think is a very positive move for businesses to come back here.
Anil Gupta, thank you very much indeed for joining us this morning. Now, cutbacks at Qantas as it struggles with a host of problems. Like all airlines, it's having to deal with a sharp rise in the cost of fuel. But that's not its only problem, as Sharon Jitley told me from Singapore.
And it's not just the earthquake as well, but other natural disasters close to its home turf. Of course, you had the Australian floods in Queensland, you had the Christchurch earthquake just in neighbouring New Zealand. So all of that combined has really impacted the outlook for Qantas. Essentially, they're saying they're going to lose about $140 million. They're cutting capacity, suspending some of its routes, cutting routes to from Australia to New Zealand as well as to Japan. They're also cutting